Hiya, so I'm Hugh. We're recording an interview between Nathaniel Hurley from Oak Class at 5 Ankwood School and Harriet Collins, who is a music journalist who's a specialist in the musical genre of grime music and hip hop and the like. And we're really lucky to have her here today, but probably even more lucky to have Nathaniel here, to be honest with you. So, over to these guys.
I don't buy your name or Traemoy.
So you go by the name of Traemoy.
Traemoy. I go by the name also. You call me Harriet. I also go by the name of Hattie. But you could call me Harriet, Hattie. What would my rap name be? What should I have one? What should my grime MC name be? What do you reckon? Hatman? Hatman Scoop? No. I'm gonna set you the challenge. We'll try and think of it before the end of our chat. Yeah, a good name for me.
So you were just talking about how grime's seen by people in the family, weren't you?
People in people being and in O only 9 and that is not my.
So you're saying about you're going back to about the hoods, people like young black boys wearing hoods and being antisocial.
And knife crime.
A knife crime.
But it's not about me.
No, not at all. And you were just saying with Harriet, what do I call you Harriet for? I really call you Harriet. Like, you know, with Hattie, you're sitting saying with Hattie about the fact that, like, it's just really awful that people think this, and we need to kind of change the thinking, change the way that people think about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that was one of the reasons why I did the book that you've read. I think I always thought that grime was a really beautiful sort of music. It was really empowering. It was really important. And when I first started out writing about grime, lots of newspapers and magazines didn't want me to write about it. They weren't interested. They didn't like it. They didn't understand it. Like you said, they thought it was violent. And not obviously just me, but through lots of other people around the scene, we just wanted to try and explain to people why it was so important and so brilliant. Why people like you love it, Nathaniel. Because what do you like about grime?
Then be available me on me back in my mind and we are hearing in a positive way. I am not undone and my opening the people what I am hearing. I really don't make it all out.
So does it? Sorry, you're going to say some more, Nathaniel?
And in my outlet or people.
So you're going to say like it's an outlet, and it helps you feel positive, yeah. And you're not. Did you just say as well? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. That it doesn't. That you're not very good at talking about what you're thinking and feeling sometimes. Is that right?
I am always ready to learn, but when I am hearing down, but I always tell people in my day.
Flo's feeling down.
You're feeling down, yeah.
But you're up. Sorry, Hatter.
No, when you're feeling down, it's just sort of it makes you feel better. Kind of makes your day better. Is that what is that right?
When I'm hearing down, I am okay. I am okay when I'm not okay.
But rap or grime helps you fight against that.
Yeah.
Helps you fight against when you're feeling low.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually, funny you should say that. I've actually got a message from someone for you. Can I play you a video? Someone sent me a message. This person is dyslexic, so they didn't quite get your name right. They thought it was Nathan because he has dyslexia. But it's a guy called Jammer. It's a rapper called Jammer. I don't know if you've heard of Jammer. Yeah.
Done the more the my and more the
From the Merkel Man. No. Say that again. Sorry.
He done more the my
Lord of the
Lord
Mic.
of the Mics. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
more the
Lord of the Decks. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. All right. Well, this is Jammer. He says he calls you Nathan, so I apologise. I'm sure he would apologise for that. Let me just rewind it. I'm not very good with phones. Hang on. Pause. Rewind. So I just asked him. You know, I said I'd heard about you and you've written some stuff, and whether he could send you some advice. And this is what he wanted to tell you. And I'll just turn it up.
Yo Nathan, hope you're good. It's Jammer here. Heard you like grime. I heard you like music and making music. Just a couple of tips. I would say just make sure you write and you write from the heart. Be true to yourself. When you're working, you just cut off from everything else and just care about your art and make sure your art resembles and reflects who you are. Grime's a way that you can free yourself from all your stresses and your problems. It really helped me in my, say, adolescent years, and years when I felt like nobody wasn't listening to me or I was, misunderstood. And it was a way of me communicating with people without actually speaking to them. So yeah, man, get in the studio, have fun, be yourself, express yourself. Yeah, man, I wish you the best of luck. Jammer, boy better know, signing out.
So, do you think what he said was good? Yeah.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah. I'll send these to you so you can have these. You can keep them. So if you can pass them on to your mum, whatever.
Is there anybody else that you said might have?
There might be some other people coming up. I don't know. I don't want to drop them all in one go.
Okay,
but
yeah.
There might be some more advice coming, but we'll see. We'll get to them maybe in a bit. But I think what Jammer was saying, it's kind of what you were saying, wasn't it? You know, he when he was a teenager. I don't know if it's in this book, but there's conversations I've had with Jammer and similar conversations with people where they just felt like no one understood them.
my
Your mum and your dad.
my
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I've been in my being good. I don't have a bully.
Moments.
Because he's been thinking, because he's got cerebral palsy.
Right.
And I know it at my women. And I've been in my I am the
So you're thinking that you're autistic?
but people are hating me. We are not the
You're saying he's not autistic. So people keep saying to you he's not
People
autistic.
keep saying that you're not autistic. Okay, but you think you are?
I wrote a bar
Yeah.
in my movie
Yeah.
about
Okay.
and in my autism in my bedroom movie in my bedroom.
So you wrote a bar about it, about what people are saying.
Well, he wrote a bar that said, autism is my prison.
No.
No, autism feels like a prison. Music is my vision.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But being the driver in I am why I mean that my boom people in but they only the my boom my about
So because he's written that bar, he now feels like he needs that label to say that he does have autism to be able to continue to have it in his song.
What you could say, I thought I had autism, or you don't have to give yourself that label forever, Nathaniel. You can change that quite easily with words.
in me.
Yeah.
Be on in ma in me doesn't mean I mean dog.
No, doesn't mean
No,
that you've
doesn't
got
mean-
it. No.
No, my be on then why about ADHD, but they don't have ADHD.
Do you want that?
I think that the lyric that you wrote, Nathaniel, is so beautiful. You don't need to keep it. You can change it just slightly by saying people think I have.
If you want to talk honestly, then that's probably the thing to think about, what Hattie said about just that slight change. But
I might be and
Okay.
but it doesn't mean I don't.
no.
Exactly. Do you have another question on here, or shall I? 'Cause we had some questions on here, didn't we? Let's have a look. So I asked you. Let's have a look. Right, let's do this one. I'd like to know some of your favourite tracks. Some of your favourite tracks and why. And I know we've got a lot here, but these are some. You're gonna have to score me because I don't know who FOS is. Foz.
I done or in the morning.
Say that again? Sorry.
FOS stands for Freedom of Speech.
Oh, freedom of.
He was a contestant in, was it the first rap game?
Oh, yes, I saw that series, so I do know who that is.
He's got big hair.
Yeah, I do remember him.
It's from Scunthorpe.
Scunthorpe. That's wrong. Scunthorpe.
And he's just done another show with, who was the person that he was travelling around with? Ransom FA.
Ah, okay, yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
went round in a camper van, didn't they? Meeting
Ransom.
aspiring grime artists.
Oh, that's so cool. So I see that you also like Crept and Conan. Why do you, and this Crept and Conan song? Tell me a bit about Crept and Conan.
My
Yeah. Croydon. Yeah. Croydon boys.
And my man done that bar. Done on don't do that.
So when Cadet
Could I?
passed,
Yeah.
Crept did a
on
Song called
dog,
Last Letter to Cadet.
and it inspired me to write a on about my dad bar.
So it inspired him to write a song about his granddad who's passed away.
Can you tell us? Would you tell me the lyric that you wrote? Can you remember any of that song that you wrote for your grandfather? Can you remember like one of the lyrics from the song?
I'm dad. Not very.
You can't
Not
remember
really.
the
Well,
lyrics.
next time we meet, I'd love to hear that. I've got another message to say. I actually haven't listened to this one, so I hope he doesn't swear. I'm sure he won't. But I've got another message with a little bit of, hopefully a bit of guidance from Correct. See what he's got.
Hey Nathaniel, it's Crept. I heard you're into grime and rap, so I'm here to give you a little bit of advice and my number one tip on how to make it, and that is consistency. Make sure you keep going, you keep making music, and you keep delivering good quality music, and it will always pay off. Sometimes it might not feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, but there is, and you could be 3 minutes away from that song that changes your life completely. So keep going, keep grinding, and stay consistent.
You could be 3 minutes away from
Yeah.
writing the song.
They were doing it for a long time, Correct and Conan, weren't they? They were in Croydon and South Norwood for years, you know, trying to make music and become successful. And
My main man on the day.
They were on the streets.
they were, yeah.
The main man, the main man in the studio. My and they got.
So they went into the studio and they worked, and it paid off.
Paid off, yeah.
You've got a graft.
Yeah.
You've got a graft as a musician, really.
Yeah. They put the past behind them, and they put behind them the way that people looked at them and the way that they looked at themselves, the things that held them back, and they changed it, which is really, I think it's inspiring, isn't it? Yeah, they went through a lot, and
They lost someone called Nat.
No.
oh, was it a friend?
So a friend of theirs died, did they?
Well, Crep's cousin died very suddenly in a car crash, which is just awful. And then Nash, yes, you got memories, amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the song called?
I don't know what they wrote. They wrote a song for Nash, but Nash was a business friend, wasn't he? Or it was a friend that was part of their restaurant business, and he sadly passed away as well. Yeah. In that song, is it?
It said that he could have talked to them.
Yeah. Broski. It was on Broski, yeah. You should write a book on writing. You know more than I do. You're making me look bad out here. That's amazing that you know all this. I mean, how many hours, let's say, how many hours a week, on average, do you listen to grime and rap?
And day in and day
out.
Every day in the taxi, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you come home...
Does he listen to it around the dinner table or anything like that? No.
So, yeah. He then puts YouTube on when he gets home.
back straight onto
What about in
you.
the car when he goes somewhere? Does he get a choice to put grime on then, or does he?
No,
sit with his
he
headphones?
has his headphones on.
So there was a couple of other questions I was also interested in, which it was about producing. Jammer produces as well, isn't it? So are you learning a bit more about producing?
I am learning how to make beats.
That's brilliant. How are you finding it? Is it hard?
A bit
Is
hard.
it hard, yeah.
At the moment,
Okay.
I am barring. I am barring.
You're better at barring.
Barring, yeah, rapping.
Right.
Yeah.
My in down.
Yeah.
My bar. I am and miming a minute.
You're better at barring and rhyming.
Barring,
At the
right,
minute.
yeah, sorry, yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's what you should stick to then.
We're
Go with
hoping.
I am learning
Yeah,
how to make my own music.
brilliant. That's brilliant, Nathaniel. Because so you said you're using Machine MK3. I wouldn't have a clue where to start. So you know more than I do. If you can make your own beats for your own bars, that's fantastic. Because I guess that's what Jammer does, it's what Wiley did, it's what Dizzy did. Stormzy does. I don't think Stormzy makes his own beats, but a lot of the early grime MCs, they all knew how to produce. So you're basically like doing the same as they did, which is great.
Man, for my own time, my back in my me and ding time and my running. I my bar man the
Back in Dizzy and Wiley's younger years, when they first started out, they passed round cassettes of their music.
and over my mum into that no
You wanted to get known that way.
Yeah.
No, mum.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, mum, no.
No.
How do me and do later?
No.
Nobody has a cassette player anymore.
Well, this is why I was asking you about the social media and Bandcamp. I know you're 15, so you're still quite young. And so I don't know, what age, because I don't have kids. I don't know what age you're allowed to go on the internet and all that now. But presuming you're near at that age, I think it would be great for you to set up a Bandcamp or a SoundCloud and just start putting your music out there. Why not? Just put it out and see what reactions you might get. You might not get many at first. It might just be a few people.
I will, and even I know, I will man. I mean, do my music.
You'll message your friends a link to your music.
Yeah. Exactly. Me, you.
I'm my moved down number and my down the other people and my people down more people.
So it just grows, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, once you're confident, if you feel like it's too soon, then just wait. But once you put your music out, like you're saying, it will just grow and grow. And sometimes people, because I think that was a question you asked me, wasn't it? You asked me about.
Mum and Dad, baby, over, Mama, and me, baby, into Traemoy.
A comment.
He was searching for his name on YouTube and a video came up that said Traemoy, but it's nothing to do with grime music. But he's worried that he's got to change his name. It wasn't to do with any music, no.
Can you tell me how you spell your name so I can write it down?
T.
Yeah.
R
Yeah.
A
Trey. Ah, okay.
E Y. No.
No, M-O-Y, isn't it?
M-O-
No. M-O-Y.
M-O-Y.
M-O-Y. T-R-A-E-M-O-Y. Or no E.
No.
No way.
No, mid-them.
With an E.
Oh, with an E, sorry. Alright, I'll have a look as well. Traemoy. It's a great name.
But I done the movie. It was only April and day.
It was a Portuguese YouTube,
Oh,
so
right.
I don't think you need to worry about
No,
it.
I don't think you need to worry.
Weren't they called Tremont? Did you say Tremondo or Traemoy? Because on here you've got the name of somebody called Tremondo. Is that the same person or is that something different?
Oh, sorry, it's on there, isn't it? I didn't see that, yeah. That's you, isn't it?
In fact, Traemondo was your first inspiration for grime music, wasn't it, Nathaniel?
Ah, Traemondo. You're right, sorry, yes. So tell me about Traemondo then.
I'm more a my I'm more a my documentary.
Ah, yes, sorry, documentary, yeah, got you. Yeah.
I'm more a documentary in 2017. Don't my mind, I'm ready for me. About the mom in the day, every day, Monday, by my in in even making other from
He's been making other genres too.
Yeah.
Trey, how old is he now? How old is Traemoy?
about
18.
You think he's about 18 now, do you? 17, 18, right.
So he was then about 14 maybe at the time. So, or 15 maybe, something like that.
Mum video.
Yeah.
Mum. When my day, mum me mentioned me wrong.
He was 11 when they filmed it.
Oh my goodness. That's really young.
That's really young, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm going to see if I can find this. Oh, I guess yeah, CBeebies, isn't it? That's probably why I haven't come across it. I'm going to try and find it. And is he still making music, Traemondo?
He didn't make music.
Yeah.
But my honor over
It's not all grime,
Not
is it?
grime. Yeah, yeah.
I'm in more rapping on it by, but I'm more rhyme and not
You're more than one of his, yeah. And I'm just looking at your greatest strengths, because I guess with Jammer and with Crept, there's somebody else actually we'll get to, but they're talking about being true to yourself and how things can change. What do you think are your greatest strengths, Nathaniel? What do you think? Oh, that's the question. Yeah, what do you think are your greatest strengths as a grime MC and just as a human? That's what you wrote. He's stubborn, are you? Oh yes.
Yeah. You say that, goodbye.
What star sign are you? You're Taurus. No.
He's a Libra.
Oh, a Libra.
Strange.
Oh, okay. Balanced.
my God and on
charm and sense of humour.
You've missed what you've missed one though. I think you've missed one. No, you haven't written it down, but I think what you've missed is you can write bars. You're a poet. You call it grime, you call it poetry, you call it lyricism, you call it rap. But I think you're really talented.
I wrote on. I in December, in November, we did the in middle, and he was my wingman,
Yeah.
and we went to the recording studio to do a Bermuda award time. And I done my own material.
Yeah.
I recorded it.
You recorded it, okay.
Maybe my hair, but because of royalty, it didn't go in.
Right. I
You
see,
get that age.
Yeah, because of the royalties. So you recorded your own bars, which are these. Because of royalties, stupid publishing and royalties.
It would have
very
been
annoying.
£2,000, I think they said, just for that.
I just told my mum and dad to pay.
He said, I'll get my parents to pay,
Pay for it.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how your mum feels about that, but
Typical
I like your
teenager.
confidence. I like your confidence. Standing in the I think they're beautiful. I think they're gorgeous bars. Traemoy will rise from the flame, standing in the Hall of Fame. So good. Really good. Have you got any questions you want to ask me? I've got a couple more for you, but have you got any you want to ask me? We've done some of these maybe.
What do you like about Binary and what made you start writing about it? I already know
You already know.
it. Because of what I'm also in a belonging with.
Said he already knows the answer to it now because he's been watching some of your interviews on YouTube.
On YouTube. Okay, go on, tell me.
I am
Yeah.
by doing the marvel and rumor done being American and more and by the and we didn't buy but when we did my
That's what it was.
So basically, you were studying American hip hop.
Yeah.
A friend played you
Yeah.
a Dizzy Rascal song,
Yeah.
which you weren't too keen on to begin with, but it grew on you.
Yeah. I was just fact checking. Yeah, I didn't. I was like, what is this noise? This is horrible. Get it out of my face. And then before I knew it, play me that song again. What was that song again? Play me that song again. And I sort of fell in love a little bit. I guess like you. When did you first hear grime? What was it about grime that you love so much?
I might be good then it aiming the bomber.
It's an English genre.
Yeah.
It might mean David or David, and he doesn't matter about my money. It was all about a bumping vibe. garage.
So garage was about
The
buzzing vibe,
Vibes, yeah.
No, bumping.
clubbing.
Ah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And the champagne and the designer clothes.
Well,
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Dun, but about and the day that.
They couldn't rap about everyday stuff.
No, it's true. And grime was about every day, wasn't it? It was more about real life. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I liked it too. Who, you've told me over here, I think, but who is your favourite grime rapper, MC? You can only choose one. Who's your favourite? There's three here. I like
I might remember I'm on a
Foss.
I'm gonna say Foss. Freedom of speech. Yeah, I'm glad you've reminded me about him because I'm gonna go back and have a look. Do you want to know who mine is? It's hard to say, but it's between probably Skepta and Kano. But I really like Kano because do you like Kano?
I heard
Yeah.
I heard being
You've heard P's and Q's.
Try P's and Q's. Yeah.
and I found out
Yeah.
my mother day
Yeah.
and I was working a day and me on YouTube.
Yeah.
I found a video before they were famous
Yeah.
and it had Buster and they and me
Yeah.
are brothers.
Yes, Skepta and Jamie are brothers. Yeah. Yeah, there's four of them. There's a sister as well. Well, there's another brother and there's a sister who's called Julie Adenuga, and she hosts radio shows and TV shows. Have you ever seen Catfished? Probably not, but she hosts Catfish. Yeah, it's a very successful family. I've actually got. I've got something from Kano for you. I've got a message from Kano. So he's my favourite. Although you can't tell the other MCs that. If they ask, you just have to say that I have to say I love them all. But secretly, Kano is my favourite. So.
And I've been in the Birmingham and Bible boy.
Birmingham Grime, was that?
Birmingham anthems by
My boy.
something boy.
Something like Rockaboy.
I'm trying to think of my Birmingham MCs. You should know this. Oh no, I think this is one I'm not going to know. It could put me on the spot again. Oh, Lotto Boys! Yes, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, Lotto Boys. Completely forgot about them. Yeah. About Birmingham. Yeah.
And then
Was Kano in a remix?
Mom. Mom Day.
JK. Yeah,
Day.
I love JK. I love JK. This is Kano. Let me see what Kano's got to say for you. Because this is a guy I think he's probably quite good for advice. He usually talks a lot of sense. Let's see what he's got to say.
Hello, Nathaniel. So, a good pal of mine, Hattie, asked me if I could give you some advice. I don't really have too much advice, and everyone's entry to the game is completely different, and so will yours be. But all I can say to you is make sure that you focus on the process and are in love with the process. If you're not, just forget about it from now. But if you're in love with the process and not just the outcome and the things that can come with the game, I think that's the best way to exist in the game and the way to stay in the game the longest. Focus on the work, remain curious, always be willing to learn, always be willing to adapt, ask questions, focus on getting better, just improvements, small improvements over time, every day, you know.
focus on the creations and doing the work, and everything else, the fantastic will come with it. That's all I can say to you. But anyway, good luck. Enough respect, man. Big up.
More wise words from the grime gods. What do you think of his advice?
My heal my I need to put me out there, but I don't need to take my brain with me.
Need to get your music out
So
there.
Yeah.
sometimes he feels that he needs to get his music out there, but then he also thinks that he needs to take his time with it. You've got to get it right first, Nathaniel.
That makes total sense. Would you send me some music to listen to? Would that be okay? I'd love to listen to some if you would let me, if you'd like me to.
I am not doing on and it might be on it.
You want a song that features Hugh?
Yeah.
Don't laugh too hard, Hattie.
Nathaniel, please.
Yeah.
You know, this guy's, well, you know that he can sing. You know this about, yeah, he's a good singer. Maybe you can have Hugh singing and you're doing the bars. I'm trying to think of a really classic grime song, like Blinded by Your Grace. You know, you've got Hugh singing that beautiful chorus, who Emanike sings it on Stormzy's song, doesn't he? And then you've got Stormzy doing the bars, which is you. Maybe like a Blinded by Your Grace Part 2. Maybe that's a challenge I'll set for you. Hugh's like, I'm going, what?
What?
Just write a song here.
Yes.
My unborn, I feel my, I'm done. I won't be good enough. Be good. I am my, and I am on my middle dark back down, but then I wipe and then my head big and blind.
So you were saying you were worried?
Because he is a white person from essentially a middle class background,
Yeah.
that he wouldn't be able to make it in grime. Do you think that he could?
Of course, absolutely. I think, you know.
I'm done and now.
No.
I think that what I love about grime was when I first started writing about grime in its early years and up to now, it's a very multicultural music. You know, there was a lot of Turkish kids involved, there was lots of Indian kids involved, white kids, black kids, lots, really diverse women. I mean, there's always more men, of course, but there's always been lots of people around the scene. So what you have to say is so unique to you, Nathaniel, and is your experience and will be coming from your heart. That won't be anything like anybody else's, and that's what makes music beautiful. Different experiences.
Yeah, it is. What's on the inside is more important.
Exactly.
You think you need a good image as well?
I think you've got a great image. You've got this gorgeous curly hair. You've got the glasses. You've got your charm. I mean, have you got any what clothes? I mean, yeah, you got your trackies on. You got your Adidas on. You're ready to rock.
I think as well, there's something really powerful about the fact that, like you're talking about appearances and people thinking, you know, it's quite, you know, thinking about you in a particular way, Nathaniel. And actually, when you start coming out with lyrics and start singing and start performing, then I think they'll realise how much of a force you are to be reckoned with, really.
It's the same, you know, with a lot of those grime kids. Obviously, a lot of them are famous now. But when they came out, people would say, you said it when I got here, they were young kids, they were working class, they were mostly black, they were seen to be wearing hoodies. Yeah. No one wanted to listen to that. They weren't interested. So for you, it's a similar, you know, what you're saying is a similar thing. Oh, will people be interested in me being a middle class white kid? It's essentially.
With CP as well, you know, we've talked about this with you. With CP, you can sometimes think, I know you've said to me in the past, I can't do it because the fact that, I was saying this to Hattie on the way here, that I know sometimes you might have said, you know, how can I do this musical genre because of speech? And then what was your response?
Well, this is the thing about music, isn't it? Like, again, when I started out, I didn't understand a lot of the stuff that the grime MCs were saying. There was slang I didn't understand. Sometimes it was really fast. You know how fast someone like gets is? I'm like, what? And lots of people didn't understand it. Or, you know, I love Brazilian music, I love French music. I have no idea what they're saying, but I love the vibe.
Fine on, and my baby and my mum understand all with my brain autism fine BPM.
So you're saying, is it all 140 BPM? No, not at all. Like a lot of the classic grime is 140 BPM, but you can do grime on any BPM. You can do it on 3 BPM. The thing, but yeah, you can do any BPM. If you listen to Kano's first album, so he's a grime artist, okay, but his first album, you'll hear hip hop, you'll hear R&B, you'll hear a bit of reggae. He'll do all sorts of music, but he's still a grime MC like you are because it's in your heart. So whatever the music or the beat or the BPM you're under, your heart and soul as your MC is what's coming out.
My environment,
yeah.
My main enemy are made of one bomber, may do most of the music in, but I may do most of how may I do find indeed the day but my environment may then do other bombers.
A lot of the grime artists are known as grime artists because they specialise in grime, but they also do stuff in other genres.
Yeah. Like Stormzy, he does a bit of gospel, doesn't he? Does a bit of rap. Dave, I don't even know what Dave is. Dave is rap, hip hop, bit of grime. Sometimes he does Afrobeat. So I think a lot of artists, you know, they don't let themselves be contained by music or genre. They just see what they want to make.
My main bomber, may do, may are.
So the main genre that they do, that's what they're labelled as, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. They start out in grime, and they might go and make a pop album, but they'll always be, like Kano says, or Wiley, or they'll always be grime at heart. I think the thing that Kano was saying that I think is good advice is that you make music, Nathaniel, because you love it and it means a lot to you. It doesn't matter if anybody else likes it. It doesn't matter if it goes to number 1 in the charts or number 400 in the charts. The thing that you can get out of music isn't necessarily success and fame and money. It's the sort of, it's the feeling that it gives you, you know, that is so powerful. You know, it's like...
I don't maybe damn. It will be like having money and down. But my main fine into the of my dad.
Like a therapy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think all of the MCs, if you spoke to anybody in this book that makes music, they'd all say the same. whether they were like you, they had CP, whether they were, you know, from a tough background, whether they were, you know, had other issues in their lives, they all made music because it helps them to understand their difficulties or the challenges that they face, and it helps them to work it out, and it often helps them to make them feel better. So I think that's why you're lucky, because I'm not very musical. You're lucky to have music. I think you know, Hugh as well. He gets to go and sing, and I always feel quite envious of people that are able to make music, because it's such a beautiful way to understand your life and think about life. Such a lovely, you know, creative thing to do. And I wish I could make music. Sadly, I can't. Although maybe up to my future. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll leave here and start writing music, but I'll probably just stick to writing books. Any other questions or anything else? Is there anything we didn't get to? I know we had a few. You had a few, didn't you?
There's one. What changes? There's a couple here.
Yeah. What changes have I seen? Well, I think that's something we sort of just talked about. Is that when it started out, a lot of the stuff you're asking actually is interesting, because when it started out, grime was very purist. It was very pure. They only wanted to do 140.
And
696, yeah.
Made and down and my I don't know me. It was Meridian and Dan. My I in would mean harder. Meridian Dan, they know me, Birmingham.
Yeah, big tune.
And they made wine, but more bother.
Yeah. Thanks to Meridian Dan. And Meridian Dan is part of, you know, Jammer that you saw earlier. So there was Jammer and Meridian Dan and Skepta and Jamie. They were all making music together. And then after Meridian Dan made German Whip, Skepta made That's Not Me and Jamie, and that was another song that helped grime to become back into the, you know. And do you know what the other thing actually, because it is related to what we've been talking about, when grime had its biggest success with German Whip and That's Not Me, it was because they were making music that was like it was from 2002. They weren't trying to make pop songs that sounded like, you know, what was in the charts at the time. They went back to the roots of grime, and they made music that was very true to the roots of grime, and that's what, you know, it took a long time, but in the end people understood it and people bought it. And now of course Skepta and Jamie and all these people have had top 10 albums, #1 albums, they've toured America by staying true to themselves.
So what's the difference between, sorry to jump in here, but what's the difference between, say, rap, hip hop and grime?
Yeah, there's a difference, isn't there? Do you want to tell Hugh, or shall I? You or me? Me. Okay, so between grime and hip hop essentially is four things. It's the graffiti, the breakdancing, the DJing, and the rapping. And it was from America, wasn't it? It was all from America, and people have tried to do it over here, but haven't had quite the same success. And then you've got grime, which is, as Nathaniel was saying, usually it's like 140 BPM, and it was more about clashing, and like you'd play live, and you'd like you do bars back and forth on stage or at radio station.
Clashing like in the musical sense.
Yeah, so you'd like, I'd be like, I'm not going to try and clash Nathaniel, but like.
I'm trying to do my mum and my dad and didn't over people mum.
Yeah, so they'd throw insults, wouldn't they?
My mum.
Say things about their mum and things like that.
Yeah. There's a one we won't say now, but there was a classic mum put down, like people used to say. Yeah, and it was more, and it was also, I think, it was about a feeling, and that's what people would talk about. But also, grime was very British. It was all about British slang, wasn't it? British clothes, how we wear our clothes is different to the Americans. So yeah, it was just a real British point of view. And then I suppose again, and then we'll do rap grime, and then rap is.
Is that derivative?
It's
of
more.
hip-hop?
It's in the hip hop world, yeah. But lots of UK rappers are different to grime MC. So you're a grime MC or a UK rapper, and rap it generally just tends to be a bit slower. Whereas with an MC, you're able to clash, you can freestyle, you can go on stage. Whereas with rap, you tend to be in the studio, make your music a bit slower. So Krept and Conan are more rappers, I think, now. I mean, it does get a bit confusing. But, yeah.
Yeah, making rap as well.
I might run, even though they don't do the bomb that I rap I still even a dog.
Right, so you still see them, they're still at the top of your list,
yeah.
even though that they don't,
May I still
they're still up there,
Yeah,
even though they're not doing the genre that you love.
No, yeah, even though it's not grime, you still really like them, yeah.
Okay.
They're from the same.
Goes back to listening to other things, though, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah. They're on the same.
From the same background.
Yeah. And they've got the Rap Game UK now, and you know, Krept has got this thing called Nala's Daughter.
And
loads of money.
they started do rap.
DJ Target used to rap, yeah.
Yeah. He used to. I don't think he used to rap, but he used to produce. So he was the Roll Deep producer and
I'm
played
in the but
Yeah.
he did do rap. Always movie,
Yeah.
but he was rapping 18, but he was DJing and producing over rapping.
So preferred
Prefers
DJing and producing over rapping.
Yeah. He's better at. You know, he's got a book as well. DJ Target has got a book.
Yeah, we've got that
got
on
it.
audio,
Yeah.
Audible, which is DJ Target reading it, isn't it?
Ah, nice. And they're making that into a film, I believe. A BBC, yeah, or a BBC Three, I think, are making it into a TV series. So hopefully in the next year you'll be able to see that on TV. Which is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, DJ Target he's a good guy. He's a very good guy. What about
Here's one actually. You asked
Yes.
about who was your favourite person to interview. I think I know this. I know one of the favourite people you interviewed.
Go on,
I remember when you years, like it must have been about nearly 15, 20 years ago, and you mentioned about
giving away our ages? Carry on.
yeah, we were 6.
5 years
We were
ago.
6. But you were saying about Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. Do you know Mary J. Blige? Nah. This
No,
is the thing.
she's-
Half of I've got nieces and nephews. They're your age, and I'm like, oh, this one and this one. They're like, I don't know who that is. Well, she was a singer, but yes, when I first met Hugh at university, I was the biggest fan. And when I got to interview her, I nearly fell over. I was so excited. I was like, I didn't cry, but I was like, you know, inside, I was like, this is so huge.
My friend in opening.
Yeah.
We need to hold down and not that over when we are doing on what.
You have to be professional. don't you?
Professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You have to. Sometimes at the end of an interview, I might say, you know, it's been so great to meet you. You've meant a lot to me as a musician, but probably not very often. Or sometimes
Have you ever really gushed?
embarrass
with someone
myself. Oh, I've done that loads. Yeah. I mean,
I know that,
yeah.
but I mean, it's in terms of interviews. Someone,
Do you know what I did do once? You know Beyonce. I'm guessing Beyonce is one. You know, Beyonce. No. You've heard of Beyonce? Okay, so she at the time was, I suppose she's still very famous. Anyway, she had a song. she had an album coming out, and it was called like Birthday, but it was called B-Day, so it was like B-D-A-Y. And I was like, oh, that's funny, because a B-Day in Europe means something else. But anyway, I kept that in my head, and I went to interview her. We had a lovely interview, and she was so famous. It was like security, and it was this big posh hotel room, and I was really nervous, and she was so nice to me, and it was all going so well. And at the end, I said, you know, Beyonce, it's really funny that you've called your album B-Day, because it means something else in Europe. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, and the PR, her person that looks after her was going, and I was like, oh, don't worry about it. And she said, no, what does it mean? What does my album mean? And I said, well, in Europe, a B-Day is what you wash your bum in. It's like a bum wash. It's like a bum washing thing. And that was the end of the interview. And I've never interviewed her again.
What did she look? How did she look when you said that?
She was very upset.
Was she?
Really upset, yeah. And then the next day she went on radio and did Chris Moyles, and he brought it up. So I did them a favour, because Chris Moyles brought it up anyway.
And he would have said, yeah.
And he said, oh, and she was like, I know already, yes, I've heard. Anyway, so sometimes when I'm interviewing people, it can go a bit wrong. With the best intentions.
Who was your favourite, though? Who was your favourite?
My favourite. Who's your favourite artist? That might be more easy. Someone from who? So I've never met Cadet. Stormzy. I really like Stormzy. He's lovely. Eminem. No Eminem. Heard of Eminem. It's very hard to impress.
It's funny, isn't it, when you go,
Yeah.
I've heard of Beyonce.
I don't really understand American rap.
You don't understand American rap, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Is there anybody, I'm trying to think, is there anybody in pop music that you like that it's possible I'll have interviewed? Rihanna?
No.
Yeah, I've done, yeah.
About who?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
So I knew Ed long time. Yeah.
And I own a video with them.
Yeah.
And they were in my mom and then they were all and
The video, which
Wiley
one
was
we
having a go at Ed Sheeran.
about they me back in
London.
London.
Yeah, Wiley likes beef though, doesn't he? Wiley likes to have a lot of beef with people. He enjoys it. But Ed Sheeran had done a song, hadn't he, called London Town with Stormzy. Take me back to London Town.
And was he trying to stir up something?
Well, no, so then Ed asked Stormzy to be on it, didn't he, and different people, and I think Wiley thought he was using the grime scene to sort of, but years ago, I don't know if you know this, but it's online, there's a mixtape that Ed Sheeran did, and it's got Wiley on it, it's got James, before Ed was famous, he made a sort of, it was an Ed Sheeran sound, but with the grime rappers, so you got Jamie, Dot Rotten, Wiley, a few other people on there. It's a really good album. It's called Number 5 Collaborations. If you haven't, look it up on YouTube, because I think you'll like it. So Wiley and Ed were friends years ago, but I think there was just a bit, I think, you know, Ed became very famous, didn't he? And I suppose Wiley was...
And Wiley was known as the Autism on Grime.
Wiley was, sorry, say that.
Known as the Godfather
he's
of
the Godfather of
Grime.
Grime, yeah.
And Dean Dardy was rapper. He was being my
So DJ Target was there, but he was happy not being the front person.
Yeah. DJ Target was happy just, and Danny Weed. There's Danny Weed and DJ Target and a few different people. And yeah.
Being DJ and being talking about Grime, but when I didn't want the bum who
no, they didn't. They were happy to be in, you know, like let Wiley take all that publicity and all the spotlight. But yeah, now DJ Target's obviously, he's on Rap Game, isn't he? With Crept on Conan. He's on radio. He's got his film coming. He's quite famous now.
He's got his own TV show, Tonight with Target.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
What's that on?
That's on BBC 1 or 2, isn't it? BBC, maybe it's BBC 3. And he had lots of guests, didn't he? He had like a... I can't think, but there was loads of people were on the show, weren't they? Yeah, he's quite famous, DJ Target, isn't he?
Back in the 90s
Yeah.
and the album, he was being back on Diamond and Miley and Diddy all day and daddy.
Yeah, one in Dizzy with a sort of...
You know, he wasn't multi. He wasn't Mary. He didn't want to say iron. He didn't want to say I'm on the daddy. But fine.
No, he didn't want to take credit at the time, though.
No.
That's very good.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
I mean, you're meeting a 15-year-old authority here.
I mean,
really. It's really funny.
You do know so much. You're reminding me of a lot of things I'd forgotten, which is amazing. So thank you.
I might not be bang on about that, but and my done in my daily dead.
Right, some of the rappers have done some crazy things like Crazy Titch. Have done some dumb things, he said, like Crazy Titch.
Yeah.
And made something in now. But my ended up in Britain. I may not have been and they won and they don't been
Yeah, it's a shame because Titch was so... Crazy Titch was so talented, wasn't he? I'm just going to have a look at his picture now. Crazy Titch was so talented, and as Nathaniel was saying, he just did something silly, something happened that he was involved in, and now he's in prison for 30 years. He's got another 15 years left, I think, or 10 years. But he was so talented, wasn't he? He could easily have been famous.
And in March.
Yeah.
My mum, I've been my mum, my own the one happy days. My days.
SBTV?
Oh, Jamal.
And in matter he
His legacy still carries on,
yes, yeah, it absolutely does. That's beautifully put. It was really sad that Jamal died at such a young age. Jamal's in here as well.
My mum, I'm in my brain mouth about that, and I in here and my God me.
You think you saw something about drug misuse and that's what caused Jamal's death?
Yeah, that's what the reporter said. Yeah, and which is, I suppose, yeah, it's just really sad. He's not only sort of a really nice person, but such a big part. You know, I was saying earlier about how, you know, people like me and lots of other people wanted just to help get the music out. That's what he did. He helped to translate and take it to an audience. He should help take grime to an audience that was so big.
My email bomb in aim.
Yeah, I think he did. Well, I know he did, and it's such a massive loss. There's a mural of him. They did a painting of him in where he lives in Acton. They did a spray painting of him. I'm trying to find him. He's in here somewhere.
I need to move on my Birmingham or London to move.
Do I prefer London or Birmingham?
No, he said, do you think that he should move to somewhere like Birmingham or London to further his music?
I don't think you need to, because you've got the internet, haven't you? Like, what's great about grime now, people make grime in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Germany. You don't need to be anywhere but where you are.
I mean, my reader, more people, my email,
Yeah.
Badminton, more people, my other people, my the people, people like me, and all me other people, but how people that know may are mainly in my Birmingham, London or Manchester.
Yeah, there's people in Ipswich and Nottingham. I'm sure there's people in. I was going to say Maidstone. We're here. Yeah, there's people everywhere, Nathaniel. And I think, while lots of people do tend to go to London or the big cities, you don't need to do that. You can be in Wales, Scotland.
But when they are in more people to help you.
You have people to help you, but also, I suppose it's soaking in the vibe, isn't it? So that the culture of certain areas helps you with your art, maybe. That's what you mean, a little bit.
Yeah, but sometimes being the one that's different or the one that's doing their own thing is also really powerful. In London there's lots of people doing it, isn't there? And you're one of many, whereas here there's you're one of few, and that's quite unique.
Number of people that are on radio
Not really,
or might know people.
There's Zoom. I guess there's Zoom and there's the internet, so you can email people. Obviously you're in Maidstone, but you can email people in London, at radio in London, and say, this is who I am, this is the music I'm making, will you play my record? They may play it, they may not, it's hard to say, but they won't say, oh, you're from Maidstone, I'm not playing that. Most of the time, even in London, people don't really meet up that much. A lot of the time it's still lots of it by email or phone or WhatsApp.
And I think it's really important that what Hattie was saying about, starting to put music down. Actually now you've got the ideas, you've tried a couple of things, maybe your focus now needs to be actually putting something out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Actually, because you have to sometimes, whilst you haven't got like a deadline, so you're quite lucky, you haven't got somebody going, I want this done in a month or 6 weeks. But at the same time, it's good to have targets, and it's good to kind of go, right, by, that's why at Christmas I was saying to you, write something by Christmas, over the Christmas holidays, because I was trying to get you to just produce something and not be frightened, not be frightened about what you've written, because you'll never know. Somebody could be 3 minutes long.
You're a perfectionist, yes.
And so are they, and so many other. But even perfectionists still produce.
Yeah.
Perfectionists still get stuff out there.
When I write about to me about it and not mine.
But I think it's all right to you're experimenting, aren't you? So if you're just doing it in your bedroom and whatever, getting it out there as an exchange.
When I do my done on, it will be better than my on.
The second one will go.
When he gets to his 10th song, it will be better than his first song.
Yeah, but you've still got
then you've got to go, you go, I'll get to 100, I'll get to 300.
Yeah. And you've got to get the first song out there, and that's the thing. You can talk about the 10th, but you actually need to get the first out there.
You know, like a lot of the grime.
I do need to wait. I'm more that one.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry, Hattie was going to say something.
No, just that I'm sure a lot of MCs, I know for me as a writer, when I look back on my stuff that I wrote 10 or 15 years ago, I think, oh my God, it's terrible. But also, I'm so happy that I've seen the progress that I've made. You can't start out perfectly and brilliantly. You do have to grow. And what people like about new artists is the energy of them and the rawness and the fact that they're not very polished. That's actually, again, that's a strength. For a lot of people, they write their first album.
I'm finally done being very on the hand, my big hand, rewriting old video on the movie. I'm finally in hard to find them.
So he's saying when you're a fan, a big fan of someone, you like trying to find videos of the first things that they made, but it's much more difficult to find those things.
Yeah.
My favorite date and battle, or able to find them and move both.
Yeah, I guess they take them down, or people, the management or whoever. Yeah, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of early stuff out there of Kano and
every day old one on people the honoring and that.
Yeah, some people put them back on the internet if they found them.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You can put stuff up now and take it down quite easily because you are unknown. So you can put stuff up, and in a few months, if you're like, no, I don't want that up anymore, you can take it back down. That's It just might be good for you to put it out there, see how it feels. You might not get any responses, or you might only get a couple, but just see how it feels for you. You go, oh, that's my work on the internet.
And even if you don't get any responses, it doesn't mean that people have listened to it and not liked it. It just means that it might have been in the right place at the right time.
You know Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor. Do you know Leonardo DiCaprio? So he's this big Hollywood actor. He's won however many Oscars. He has something like, I forget the exact number, but something like 250 rejections. He was told no 250 times or something ridiculous before he got his first role, then his second role. You know, now he's made 50, 60 films, he's an Oscar-winning actor. So, you know, rejection is, no one likes it.
No, but you're in an industry.
But it's part of the thing, yeah. And sometimes rejection can be, or feedback is useful.
We've done on 100 to hero very big.
Yeah, in this industry you can go from 100 to 0 very quickly.
I mean, we don't that or that mine done. We done the back down.
So you're saying if you don't bring out enough music,
Yeah.
then your popularity will go.
Yeah, but you've got to get. I think your next job now, and you know maybe over the summer, this is the thing you do, that when you come back in September, you've at least put something, even if it's 20 seconds.
Alright,
Yeah.
And you can use, I don't know how it works, I'll find out and I'll let you know, but you can use beats online and use other people's beats, I think, for free, if it's maybe a certain amount, or maybe you have to pay a $5 or something, but I'll look into that a bit more. But just, use other people's beats as well, just to see how that sounds, just freestyle over it, or rap over it.
I might do ego and Apple one.
You want to do some freestyle and some actual songs?
Yeah. Sick. Amazing.
I think we're coming to the end of our discussion today. Is that all right?
He said thank you for his interview.
Oh, thank you. You're so welcome. That is so good to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I really appreciate it, and I would love if when I next see you or hear from you, to hear some music. I'd love to hear what you're doing, because from what I've seen, what you've written down, it's great.
When I got music out there, I will tell you.
Okay.
Do
That's a deal.
email.
Okay.
Do my music or me do what?
On YouTube.
We can look at sorting out something where you can
Deal.
take contact.
Damn.
Stuck on it now.
And it's on film.
Yeah.
So you're going to be copped.
I'll send these videos of the guys. I'll send them, but you can pass them on, so you can just look at them for.
You alright for me to stop the video now?
Thank
you. And you are mine, and you are me, being me. Traemoy, I run out.